Good morning, students of class 9. Welcome back to the online classes now. I hope you are going through the online classes. Now let's begin our history lesson. Today we'll do French Revolution. That's the first chapter, the main chapter of the history lesson. There are other supporting lessons which we have already done. So now we'll come to the main. So the French Revolution. So now on the morning of 14th July, today is also 14th July and we are talking about 14th July of 1789. So on the morning of 14th July 1789, the city of Paris, which is in France, the city of Paris was in a state of alarm, chaos. There was great disturbance in the city of Paris. We'll know the reason why there was a great disturbance and chaos in the Paris. First, it was just given like that. The King Louis XVI. At that time, the name of the king was King Louis XVI of France. The King Louis, who was very despotic, very cruel. He used to spend all the money extravagantly. So he never thought about the citizens. He was a lavish person. So the King Louis XVI had ordered troops to move into city. The king had ordered the soldiers to come to Paris because the people of the surrounding areas are coming and agitating. So you please come over here and protect the city. So the king had ordered the troops to move into the city. The king ordered the troops to come and surround the city so that for protection, you can say that. Rumors, in Hindi we call afwahein. So in rumors spread in the countryside around the Paris city, neighboring areas of Paris city. The rumors spread that the king would quickly order to open fire upon the citizens. Somebody spread the rumor that the king would order the soldiers to open fire at the citizens, upon the citizens. So the rumors is spread all around, and the people from the countryside, they pick up their sticks, hoes, and whatever it is they found, the farm implements, they held it and they marched towards Paris. All the people, they marched towards Paris. Number 3, a huge crowd of about 7,000 men, women gathered in front of the town hall. They came and gathered in front of the town hall in Paris. They broke into many government buildings. They were very angry with the king. The citizens were very angry with the king because he was thoughtless, careless, despotic, cruel. He never thought about the citizens, never cared about the citizens. He was very extravagant, you can say that, very careless, wasteful. He spent the money just wastefully in the palace. So 7,000 men, women gathered in front of the town hall and they broke into many government buildings in search of arms. Arms means guns. The people were searching for guns because the troops had guns. The troops possessed guns, and the men, the countrymen or the people, they had sticks, spade. How can you fight the soldiers or the army, policemen with the stick and the gun? So they wanted the gun. So they were searching for the guns, arms. They broke into a number of government buildings. Now number 4. A group of several hundred marched. A group of several hundred people marched towards the eastern part of the city. Eastern part. Now later on we'll come to know Paris was divided into two parts. Eastern part, royal families, nobles and rich people lived, eastern part. And western part, there were laborers, peasants, they live in the western part. So they moved towards the eastern part of the city and stormed. Storm means attacked. They stormed the fortress prison. There was a prison, very big building, prison, fortress prison, named the Bastille. Now here the French Revolution starts from here. 1789, 14 July 1789, they stormed the Bastille. They attacked the Bastille, where the people hoped to find hoarded ammunition. Hoarded means somebody told the people that, oh, there are a lot of guns in the prison, Bastille prison. It's actually a prison to keep the prisoners. That's a jail. So somebody told them that there was a rumor that Bastille, the prison, has got a lot of arms, guns hoarded there. Hoarded means stacked, stored. Hope to find hoarded ammunition. It was a very strong prison. But the people with their spade, with their iron rod, and they took out the bricks. They started breaking the hole, making a hole on the wall. And once the hole was made, they started taking out all the bricks. Such a big building, prison, was demolished in no time. Within no time, so much of crowd was there. There was a huge crowd. People started breaking. Within no time, the Bastille was ravaged, leveled to the ground. And they could not find the guns. They could not find the guns. There were no guns there. Only there were 7 prisoners who were released. 7 prisoners were set free. They came out. But the Bastille, the prison, was completely razed, completely destroyed. The Bastille, where the people hoped to find the hoarded ammunition, they attacked Bastille. In the fight, there was a fight, there were guards also. The commander was also, or the jailer, you can say the commander, or here in India we call jailer. The commander or the jailer of the Bastille was killed. The jailer or the commander of the Bastille prison was killed. There were 7 prisoners who were set free. Only 7 prisoners. Such a big prison, very big building, but only 7 prisoners. They were set free. Bastille was hated by all. Bastille, this prison, was hated by all the people of France because it stood for the despotic power. There was a sign. It is stood for the despotic. Despotic means cruel. Who thinks about oneself only? Never care about the citizen. Despotic, cruel, very cruel. Despotic power of the king. Later on, the people, they took the bricks and it was sold in the market as a souvenir, as a remembrance. We had broken the Bastille prison, which is a sign of a despotic king. No sign, no king. So they have destroyed so many government buildings, but Bastille prison was the main. So that was a sign. So they took all the bricks. Not a single brick was left. You can see that. People hoarded the bricks and took them and sold them in the streets or in the market as a sign. Yes, this is a piece of Bastille prison we have broken. Now it is no more there. So you can see. Now we will continue in our next class. What happens after that? Now we have to go a little faster. So anyway, you go through that chapter properly, and here in the class, on the online class, I will explain properly, but you have to go through the book as well. You reading must be done at home. Here you must listen carefully and try to understand, and at home you do the reading and understand. Both has to go together. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class and continue our lesson. So that's all, and I'll provide you the list which subjects you don't have to, which chapter we don't have to learn. Today I'll provide you the list, omitted lessons. So that's all. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you very much for watching.